Hey guys, it's Jade from Boho Book and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be bringing you a book review on Let It Snow by John Green, Lauren Myracle and Maureen Johnson. This book has 3 short stories in it. I gave this book 3.5 stars on Goodreads, I think. The Express by Maureen Johnson. This book is about a girl called Jubilee. Yes, you heard that right, Jubilee. And yes, she has a lot to say about her name in this book. Her parents get arrested on Christmas Eve and she has to board a train to go and stay with her grandparents in Florida. The biggest storm in 50 years is on its way though, and the train ends up crashing into snow. This means that she's stranded in the middle of nowhere in this weird town called Gracetown, and they're stopped right outside a Waffle House. So she decides to go into the Waffle House so that she can get warm and order some food. This is where she meets the wonderful Stuart. One thing I really have to say about Jubilee though is that she's really not the sharpest tool in the shed. Stuart invites her back to his house for Christmas because he wants to help her out and she doesn't really want to be alone, so she accepts. The Jubilee Express is so sarcastic and so dry. It's a really short story basically about how she starts to realise that she deserves better than her boyfriend who never has time for her. He's not treating her right. And it's just a really cute, quick, fast-paced book and I just fell in love with it. Definitely got me into the Christmas spirit. I finished a cheer-tastic Christmas Miracle by John Green. It is the second book in Let It Snow and I have a couple of things I really want to say about it. Before I do though, let me just give you a little bit of the premise. It is about 3 best friends, Tobin, the Duke, also known as Angie, I think Angie, but better known as the Duke, and JP, and they are spending Christmas Eve inside watching James Bond movies, like a James Bond marathon, and then they get this message from their friend that works at this Waffle House that a whole horde of cheerleaders has just walked in because their train has gotten stuck and they're going to be spending a couple of days, maybe even at the Waffle House. So they're basically saying they need to get to this Waffle House right now because there's all these hot chicks and they must bring Twister with them, and the whole book is about them trying to reach this Waffle House in the midst of a blizzard, the biggest blizzard in 50 years, and it's, you know, that's like the basic, and there's like a bit of a love story involved as well, but I'm not going to do any spoilers, but it's, the love story part is quite cute, I must admit. But overall, I picked up Let It Snow by John Green, Lauren Myracle and Maureen Johnson because of the John Green book. He's one of my favourite authors, as I've mentioned before, but I really feel like John Green's book fell really flat in this book. I think it's the shortest one, the middle one, but it's also, it just had no depth. It fell really flat for me and it was just, I didn't enjoy it, to be honest. I found it very American, very, very American, and just, I really don't want to say it, but it just was a little bit of a waste of my time. So that's what I thought of that one. Patron Saint of Pigs. The Patron Saint of Pigs is by Lauren Myracle and it's the last book in the Let It Snow book. This book was almost like an awakening. Like, it's a story of this girl that's realizing that this, like, the world does not revolve around her. She's very self-absorbed, this girl, and her name is Adie, and she's just broken up with her boyfriend Jeb, and she's just really, really miserable. It's Christmas Day and she hasn't heard from him and she's adamant that they're now definitely over, he's not going to come back, and the world is falling apart and her 2 best friends are giving up on her because she's useless. It's about this girl who just kind of somehow realizes through this string of strange events that the world doesn't revolve around her. And the Jubilee Express was my favourite one in the Patron of Saint Pig. Oh god, I don't even like the name of it. The Patron Saint of Pigs. That one is my second favourite, and then John Green sadly is the book that I like the least. But I still think that it, even though I didn't give it the best star rating on Goodreads, and even though it didn't blow me away and change my life, it's still a good book, and one that I would definitely recommend you giving a go around Christmas time, especially because it does get you into the Christmas spirit. It is about this insane blizzard, the worst storm in 50 years, and all these people's lives, kind of like a Love Actually type story of them all kind of somehow interlacing and coming together, and it's cute, it's really nice, and I think that it's a good Christmas book. So if you're looking for a nice light-hearted, easy read, then give it a go.